Sometimes it gets hard, but when it gets dark, the light always follows.
My circle of particular circumference. I'm physically and mentally dependent on a particular substance. And that's the definition of addict. I got a habit. I'd rather try to learn how to swag it than rehab it. Some guys gon' just get high till they see caskets. If shit get in their way and they hide it, can see past it. The gases and cigars, large rosé glasses. But Cass is not going to no AA classes. I does me, cause I know a nigga drug free, still addicted to tricking bitches and gripping asses. I'm twisting gas, just can't stop geeking. Just like a man that's obese and can't stop eating. It's some addicts that's posting pics and can't stop tweeting. It's some priests that's molesting kids and can't stop preaching. It's some cats that battle rap and can't stop reaching. But the science what I can't stop teaching.
In sorrow, we can always focus on the more. Hope is lacking and you need to ball. I can be the one that you call on. Lean on me, yeah. Devil on your shoulder, he a liar. Breathing on my neck is getting higher. But together we can make it through the fire. The fire, lean on me.
I'm trying to chill on the pills, but I still kinda take a lot. For years drunk beer, champagne, and was taking shots. Baking pot, taking backwoods to the face a lot. Buzz strong as hell, I can't tell if it's laced or not. Get high off the fumes, mushrooms, get ate a lot. Looking in the mirror, can't tell if it's my face or not. I whipped it up and made a lot, had the fiends on me. Cause I got some green on me, some nicotine and some lean on me. So if you feeling like a fiend, you can lean on me. Even if the trolls start posting up memes on me. They team corny, it's some chicks slick comatose. And some chicks addicted to dickin' bout the overdose. And most of folks posting jokes trying to criticize, see a reflection of they self in the nigga eyes. Sometime a little truth could expose the biggest lies. I think big regardless of a nigga's size.
In sorrow, we can always
Man,
focus on
peace,
the
man. It's your brother Atum Ra. You know what I'm saying? Reporting live from Melanated and Illuminated.com. We appreciate everybody for checking this out. And shout out to the homie Knowledge for hooking this up, man. The brother that I have on today, man, is you know, something that I've been looking forward to doing for a while. Just because this brother brings so much to the game when you're talking about bars. You know, some people say bars, but you know, they ain't really talking about bars. You know, they don't know about the multiple syllables and everything that it takes to go into it. So man, the brother that I have on today, man, one and only brother Cassidy, man. How you doing today, bro?
Salute, boy. Everything good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm blessed. Got a little jet lag. Just got back from Cali the other day. Down here in H-Town, where you know it's hot as hell.
H-Town.
Salute. yeah, for sure, man. Man, first question I gotta ask, man. How are you and your family doing? You know, during this quarantine pandemic, everything that's been going on.
I'm in the best shape of my life, man. My family good, everybody good. We maintaining, so I ain't doing no complaining.
Yeah, man, for sure. Man, so man, just looking back on your career and everything that you've done. You've been in this game 20 years, you know, 2 decades. And to me, that's something to salute within itself, because, you know, I'm pretty sure you know better than I do. You've seen so many artists come and go. So, you know, just kind of speak to that, you know, how it is being in the game so long, and how have you seen, you know, rap or the music business change from when you started to now?
It's a lot of things that change and a lot of things that's the same. It's like that's a big question, man. We'd be talking forever because stay the same. It's like so many topics that we could jump on with that question, but I think the game is a lot bigger than it used to be. Like in the beginning, they thought it was a fad. They thought it was gonna come and go. They ain't realize how powerful the culture was. But now it's the biggest form of music, period.
Right, right, right.
The number one form of music around. So now they realize how powerful it is. It's generating so much money, and it's going to continue to grow and continue to generate more and more money. So the hip hop business is growing a lot. It's a lot more money, a lot more opportunities, and a lot more artists is getting more informed, getting more information, so they're gonna be able to take control of their creativity instead of other people benefiting from the artist being creative.
Absolutely, absolutely. What are some things that you've learned? I mean, because I've seen you grow as a businessman within itself, and that's why as I was doing my research and writing down, a lot of people, we like to put titles on people and things like that, but you wear so many different hats and so many different titles, and I've definitely seen the growth with you as a within the business realm. So, what are some things that are different now and how you're controlling, your own music and image, which, obviously is different when you come into the game.
Yeah, when I came into the business, I was 17 years old. I signed a record deal with Rough Riders. I was with them for years. Then I was able to get out that contract about 3 years after that. And I signed another production deal with Swiss Beats. We started Four Surface Records, and then I went and got an artist deal with Tony BMG, J Records. So when I was around like 20 years old, 21 years old, that's when the budget started to open up. I started to really get in the studio, really started to record, and really started to make history. I stayed with that same company for 3 more albums. So the Split Personality album, I'm a Hustler album, and the Bars album was all under the same production company and the same record label. But after those 3 albums, through the grace of God, I was able to get out of my contract. Not in the red, not owing, just scot-free. So get independent, and I already released 3 albums. I knew the business a lot better than I did when I first came to the game when I was 17. I understood a lot more how to get work, and I understood how valuable the music that I was making was worth. So that's
man.
I want to go sign an artist deal and put myself back in the same predicament again. I wanted to be independent and take more responsibilities in my own hands. So that was over I guess like 15 years ago. Well, I say about at least 13 years ago. Just then I've been independent. My own production company, moving as an independent artist with my own machine. But because I was with a machine and was a signed artist for so long, a lot of people and a lot of my fans couldn't see the difference. They didn't know that it was a difference from me being with a machine to being independent. A lot of people don't know that or understand the difference. They look at it all the same.
Right. Man, speaking of being with a machine, I gotta ask you, man, what was it like working with Swiss Beats, man? Because it looked like that, you two have that chemistry. I know it was built over time, but what was that process like whenever you get to work with Swizzy?
Got a good chemistry in the studio, and we make good music, but I'm real talented, so I got a good chemistry with pretty much anybody I get in the studio with. So by already a producer and focused at the time,
right?
I work good with anybody I'm in the studio with. That's how I'm able to make history so many times.
For sure. Well, man, speaking on beats, man, I understand that you've, recently taken up making beats yourself, man. Just adding another notch to the belt, man. What made you pick up that talent, man?
Well, I started making beats years ago. Actually, on my album Bars, I produced my first track, and it actually made the album. all by myself. And that was the first track that I produced. I did that on another producer, MPC. And I just made the beat and it just came out crazy. So I turned it into a song and actually used it. And a lot of producers, even some of the biggest producers in the world, don't start off making good beats. Like when they tell stories about the first beats that they made, nobody liked them. And
Oh
even
yeah,
to
no, for sure. Yeah, I got a lot of garbage beats, bro. So I know.
develop they. So for me to be able to make a beat that was dope the first time around, I knew that, you know what I mean, I had probably some hidden talent that I ain't know. So but and then after that, Swiss Beats bought me an MPC. So I started making beats every once in a while. I was doing it like every 6 months, once a year. Like I wasn't really taking it serious because I was so locked in the rap. But
Yeah.
over the last past year, I've been locking in and taking it more serious and learning a lot more, growing a lot more, and with the sound that I'm developing. So I'm getting real dope. So I ain't been going that hard for too long, but for the
Yeah.
time going, I'm super dope. I've been putting out records on all platforms. Whatever platform you got, you could look. Just type in my name, Cassidy, and a bunch of new records that I just put out that I produce is up there.
Man, and that's definitely something I want to speak on because like we said, 20 years and you still putting out music. And for me, like I said, I'm a big fan. My wife is as well. Man, I can't wait till this quarantine stuff is over, man, because we definitely love to see you down here in the H, bro. Boys still want them bars, man. But 20 years in the game, man, and you're still putting out quality music. Like what still drives you and give that motivation to create?
That's the reason why I wanted to start rapping, to be the best. I fell in love with the culture and I fell in love with impressing people with my words. So I realized I wanted to be a professional rapper in the 4th grade. That was before I had bills and responsibilities. I just wanted to be a rapper to be the best. So I still feel that way. And that's what drives me. That's what motivates me to keep impressing people with my words, keep impressing people with the level of the science that I could take it to. And not everybody in the world understands that. Like you said a bit of it in the beginning. Not everybody in the world understand the science or the complexity of writing a rhyme, but for the people that do, that's what I do it for.
Right, man. So man, let me ask you, man. So you mentioned that you started rapping in the 4th grade. Is it true that your first rap was about fire prevention?
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, man. Man, can you just since people may not know that story, man, can you just let them know that little gem, man?
Yeah, I was in the 4th grade and I was in the after school program. It was a fire prevention program. And they was asking the people in the class what they wanted to be when they grew up. So people was saying the normal stuff like a doctor, a lawyer, stuff like that. So when they got to me, they was like, what you gonna be when you grow up? I said, man, I'm gonna be a rapper. So the teacher was like, all right, well, if you're gonna be a rapper, write a rap about this fire prevention program, bring it to the after school program tomorrow, say it to the class, and we'll let you know if you got what it takes to be a rapper. So I was just really trying to I was just really class clowning. I wasn't really serious about being a rapper. The teacher put pressure. That was the first night I had to go home and write first rap for real. But when I wrote it, I definitely went home and wrote it, and I came back, memorized it, and said it the next day for the class, and they went crazy. And it was like I was famous already. The way people was asking me all these questions and screaming and going crazy, they couldn't believe what I did, and I couldn't believe the impression that I was making on people by just something that I wrote down. So
yeah.
I was like, man, I'm gonna rap forever and I'm gonna be the best. Like I want to get better with this. I want to be the best ever. Because if my first rap can impress people like this, imagine if I take it serious, I really start going in. Too. So that was the story.
For sure, for sure, man. I know you got tons of mixtapes that you put out over the years. But you mentioned your I guess your four major albums. Definitely Split Personality. I feel that you showed the versatility. I can, as a person down here in Houston, that's when I started to see the bubble. When you got to the second album, I'm a Hustler, it seemed like you were locked in and loaded. But that third album, Bars, I feel is an album that is kind of slept on, a Cassidy album that is slept on. I understand that in between the second and third album, you went through some changes within your life, some things that had happened, and I definitely saw that reflected in that Bars album. Could you just kind of talk about like when you wrote that third album, like what mode were you in to create that album?
Well, when I created the Bars album, well, actually, I got locked up like 2 weeks before the I'm a Hustler album dropped.
Oh.
That I'm a Hustler was my second album, and I was locked up before that album dropped. So it was a big project, but I wasn't able to promote it or make it as big as it would have been if I wasn't dealing with
okay. Gotcha.
They was trying to give me life without the possibility of parole. So
yeah.
Going through that was like, life changing. But through the grace of God, I was able to come up out of that. So now I'm free again, and I started working on my next project, the Bars album. And in the midst of working on that project, I got in a nearly fatal accident, went into a coma. Yeah. When I came out the coma, I had amnesia. So it took me a long time to get my memory back and then recuperate enough to start working. A couple months passed. I got myself back together, got back in the studio and started working to finish the Bars album. So after coming out of that jail situation and then a nearly fatal accident back to back like that, it was like a lot going on in my life. And I felt like even blessed to be in the studio, to have budgets open and to be working on a project. So that's the reason why that album was like real heartfelt. And
yeah.
A lot of people wasn't familiar with those incidents and what I was going through. So some of the fans might have expected me to do stuff that was similar to Hotel or I'm a Hustler, stuff like that.
Right.
And those fans might have been a little confused, until they, eventually got familiar with the story. But the album wasn't pushed the same way my other music was because I was deep on it. The company, is gonna make it
right.
Type of music the same way as you would.
Right.
I'm a Hustler.
Right.
So, well, actually, even on the I'm a Hustler album, they didn't really even believe in that single. They didn't think that was a good single.
They didn't think I'm a Hustler was a hit?
Nah, they thought it was just like an album cut. They didn't think it was a single. It was like the direction of it, with me talking about hustling, and then in the hook, nigga asks about me.
Yeah.
Record label that was really like a top 40 record label, like they was really pushing pop and R&B. So it was hard to push rap anyway. And it'd be easier if you gave them a top 40 commercial type of song, because that's the type of music they was used to pushing. But if you give them hard and street like that, they wasn't familiar with pushing those type of records.
Right. Gotcha.
You can see that in the past, like that record label never really broke no street records, never broke rappers period. So that's the reason why they ain't believe in the record, but I did. So I pushed it, and you see what the record did. It was the first platinum. It was crazy successful. But I said all that to say that the Bars album, I don't think was slept on from the people that was able to experience. There's a lot of people favorite album from me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, and that's what I was saying, because I definitely love that album, just because, you know, to see this full circle of a man and an artist that has come through things, and, you know, is actually speaking about it and able to do it in a poetic way as you do with your words. I definitely appreciated that, man.
And the more people start to understand about how the business, they'll understand just because an album might not have charted as high as another album, or might not have sold as many records as another album, don't mean that it wasn't as dope or even doper. You know what I mean? It's a business, and a lot of things play a part in album sales and songs charting, other than just people liking it. But that's what fans think. They just think the why sold the most records or charted the highest was just because it was a better song and more people like it.
Right.
Understand how the business really worked, and they'll understand why, you know, artists like me have dropped certain projects that might not have charted as high or sold as many records, but just as dope.
Right, for sure. And, you know, I think also, you know, one of the dope things that I've seen about you is, you know, like artists that have lasted this long, you know, you built your own fan base. And, you know, your people that follow Cass, you know what I'm saying, know what to expect. They know when it's dropping. You know what I'm saying? We go and we copy, man.
Plus, I'm like a real artist, so whatever I'm dealing with at the time, or whatever's on my mind, or whatever I feel like need to be addressed at the time, that's the type of music I do. I don't try to trends or just do the stereotypical formula that they give you to make a hit. Like, I mean, that's easy for me to do because I'm a real writer, but I feel like that's cheating the science. So whatever I'm going through at the time, that's what I try to focus on and talk about. And that Bars album, I was dealing with those situations. So that's what I was talking about at the time. Like my first album, Split Personality, I named it that to let people know that I was going to be in different bags. Not going to be the same all of the time, but just know for sure that it's going to be dope all of the time. I'm not going to be on the same subject matter. I'm not going to have the same flow and the same style and be in the same bag every time, but it's going to always be dope.
Right. For sure, man. And I definitely think you've demonstrated that, man. You know, one thing I think that has always been unique about you is that you've been able to have success in both the mainstream rap world and also in the battle circuit, you know what I'm saying? Which I know is, you know, where you come from, where you got your roots at. And I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of people will talk to you about a lot of different battles that you've had with people. You know, one battle from you that I've seen multiple times that I was always most interested in was the intros for your album where you would battle yourself. Like, man, where did that concept kind of come from? And it seems like each album, you know what I'm saying, you were showing, you know what I'm saying, the new me is better than the old me. But just kind of build on that for me, brother.
Yeah, like I call my first album Split Personality. Know that I got most personality. So one of the first personalities that I was running with was The Problem. He was just a straight battle rapper and from the streets. Wasn't really too used to making music, just used to just getting busy, just biting heads off. But as I started to get in the industry, you know what I mean, and started to make music, you know what I mean, I started to shift my energy. Like, even though I wanted to be the best, I just felt like I was already the best, or on the verge to be the best. And I realized there was a bag involved. So then I started grinding, I started hustling, I started trying to get through it. So then new personality came to life. And I just wanted those battles, those personalities to battle each other, because I came from battling and I battled everybody that was around, everybody that was saying that somebody, I battled them and I ran through them. So I felt like nobody in the world could mess with me but myself.
Yeah.
It's hard for anybody to really get under my skin, say anything that could really affect me. So that's the reason why I wanted to battle myself. I just thought it was a dope idea. and only an artist like me could be able to pull that off.
Right, right. So let me ask you, man. Out of all the personalities, if you had to pick the best, which one would you pick?
Oh nah, they all dope for different reasons, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All for
Okay.
different reasons, man. They are different bags, and just depending on your personality, the type of person you are, or what you interested in, determine what personality you like more. Like it might be people that went through hard times. It might be more into the higher power, or more into getting woke and just being at peace. So those people might like bars better. You know what I'm saying? They might like
Mm-hmm.
quality. It might be people that like to go to the clubs, get with the ladies, like to dance, like to flash, like to dress crazy. You know what I mean? Real high headed, young, just wild. So they might like
Yeah.
the better. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? And it might be dudes that's really in the street, trapping, going through stuff, and seeing it all, but still trying to get to it, and they might like the hustler more. It just depends
Right.
on what you've been through and the type of person you is. But it's all a
Right.
part. And I ain't want to be fake and just try to create some fake personality to try to just sell records. I just wanted to be me. And the real
Right.
me is like that. I'm not the same all of the time. I be in a bunch of different bags.
Right, for sure, for sure. And man, I've seen some of your interviews, man. That some people will call you because I hear you say what I'm saying, the greatest battle rapper ever, and some people will say, "Oh, you too cocky and too confident." But one thing that I kind of notice is you seem to have that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Kobe. And what I mean by that is, just as much as you talk about how great you are, you also talk about the work that you put in. And one thing when you talk about the Mamba mentality, like Kobe knew he was the best because he knew he worked harder than everybody, not just because he was naturally talented or because God made him better than anybody. He knew that he was in the gym before everybody else. And when I look at you speak, I kind of see that same mentality when you talk about prepping for a battle or anything else like that. That you seem to, prep the hardest. But man, could you just speak on that misconception about you being too overconfident or too cocky?
I guess that got to do with the type of person you is too, or how you interpret. You know what I mean? My personality. But I'm definitely super confident because I put in the most work, and I've been around the best rappers in the world, and I seen their work ethic. I seen how they work and what they capable of, and I know how I work and what I'm capable of and what I'm able to do. And I don't just judge it by opinion. I judge it by the science. Like, and in order to do that, you got to understand the science. But I'm not just judging my opinion. I'm judging it by the level of the that I'm able to take it to. And I don't feel nobody else is able to take it to that level. And if they was, then I will want to hear it. And I never hear it. Nobody could let me hear it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm that cocky and confident, because of the work I put in. Like I told you, when I wrote my first rap and I made my first beat, I was successful. When I said rap, the class went crazy. When I made my first beat, it made an album. I got a check from it. But
yeah,
just naturally talented. I had God-given talent just naturally. But I wasn't content with that. You know what I mean? I still ain't out working. I'm still working today. Like I never stopped. So I'm not even content with just my God-given talent. Like you said, I got that Mamba mentality because I know if you outwork these dudes on top of you already having that God-given talent, that you're going to be the best, the GOAT. And that's what I wanted to do it for.
Yeah, for sure, man. And man, definitely, man. It seems I watched some of your battles in the past few years, and I definitely know that battle rap is definitely a different business now than when you first started. But you seem to go into a different mode when you get into that battle rap mode, and you seem to have a different level of excitement. What is it that excites you about battling or hopping on the stage for these battle raps?
I'm not really too much excited about hopping on the stage because I've been hopping on the stage my whole career, real for real, like really performing. And that's like
Yeah.
solid performance. So it's not about the stage, it's just about being competitive. I love the battle. I love to
Yeah.
just prove that I'm better than other people that try to do what I do. So that's the part that get me excited. That's how I started my career. Like before I even thought about making songs and making music and all that, I was battling. So
Oh,
it's super addicted to it. So back in that bag is like, you know what I mean, it's just a certain type of feeling. So that's why I love it so much. But all of the rules and the stage and all of the things that come along with battle rap, I'm not too much a fan of that.
all
You know what I mean?
right. All
Fan
right.
of getting busy. It could be on stage, it could be schoolyard, it could be, you know what I'm saying, in somebody's crib. It don't matter. It could be on beat, off beat. It could be fast, slow. It could be old, young dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. The only thing I don't like about the new format is it seems like some of these cats want to try to stunt for the camera or put on the show to take away from the bar fest. You know what I'm saying? That's going on when they losing or something like that, man. Man, obviously I know this is something that you've seen being on stage, huh?
Yeah, it is a show. It's because there's a lot of investors in it and people trying to make money. Just like if you ever watch real wrestling or any form of real, nothing like the WWE, WWF when we was growing up. It's nothing like that. It's like a completely different thing. And them dudes ain't really fighting the actors. Like, so they putting on a show. And that's what they
Right.
turn battle rap into. Like more of being an actor and putting on a show like you can wrestle, but you can't really wrestle. You know?
Right, right. Nah, man, that's dead true, man. And you know, I definitely know with the quarantine and the global pandemic that is going on, a lot of events have been shut down. Man, when do you think that we will get back to you know, maybe some in-person events, or do you think that it may change to people doing like virtual battles or something like that?
Um, we gonna always find out a way. Whatever's going on in the world might affect the way you're able to get music or the way you're able to get battle rap or whatever the case may be. But you know, we're gonna always figure out a way to make it happen. Whether there's a virtual battle, whether they open back up where the people could come back out, somehow, some way, it's gonna have to get figured out.
Right, right, for sure, man. And I said I look forward to it, man. Man, you know, I had a chance to hear you know, a new track you got, "Proud to Be Black." And you know, obviously you can see behind me, you know, saying all the RBG and you know, definitely Melanated and Illuminated. Man, I definitely got to get your information, man. I love to send you a shirt, man. Just appreciate you being here, man. But man, just talk about that "Proud to Be Black" track, man. And you know, it's definitely the time for it right now. But you know, what was some of your inspiration for that track, man?
Well, one, the legendary James Brown, rest in peace. And at that time, we was going through a lot. A lot of people was depressed and doing sad songs, but he brought the energy and made you be able to dance and celebrate the fact that you was black. And that was a feeling that was needed at that time when he did it, and I felt like it was needed now. A lot of people were sad, depressed, and confused, um, and scared. You know what I mean? But a lot of things is changing, and this is what we've been praying for. You've been wanting change to happen, so now that it's happening, people back in scared. And I felt like
Right,
you shouldn't be living in fear or intimidated. You should be happy that you melanated. You should be prouder than ever. Like this the time
right,
celebrating the most. Like, you know,
right.
so that's the reason why I put that song together. I felt like it was needed. And it's something that I mentioned earlier. Like I talk about what I'm going through at the time, and this is what I'm going through, just the way I feel. Just like the Lean on Me record that you played earlier, that's the way I'm feeling right now. That's the bag I'm in. So that's why I do like records.
Yeah, now for sure, and I think that I think your fans also appreciate the growth that an artist, you know what I'm saying, has. You know, some people try to keep artists in that same box, like you still gotta make music like you in a 20-year-old mind frame, and obviously, you know, you're a grown man that has experienced life and been through a lot of things, and so, you know, I think once again, a track like "Lean on Me" just kind of culminates that journey.
Salute, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, man. So, we talked about Lean on Me. So, man, you got a new project dropping?
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier with the intro to my album with me battling myself. Well, I got 2 projects dropping next month, and it's gonna be 4 projects, and the projects is gonna be battling each other.
Oh, wait. Wait. You got projects battling each other, bro?
Yeah. So the intro will be battling myself already, and
Yeah.
the rap itself is growing. I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's time for me to battle myself again right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
dropping 2 projects at the same time, and it's gonna be like an equal amount of songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
different each album, and I want the fans to decide who won the battle. Like, what was the
yeah, for sure. And when is it dropping, and where can people copy that?
next month, man? August 18th.
Okay. August 18th on all platforms, huh?
Sorry, my timing off is actually this month. It's August now, so
Yeah, that was the first of the month.
for sure. Shout out to Bone Thugs, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I already know, man. You've been in pretty sure you've been in promo mode, man. So yeah, man, we hit that first today, man. So August 18th, man. I'm gonna make sure that I you know, get all the information so that I can share it on all my platforms and make sure that anybody that follows me supports it. And I'm pretty sure anybody that follows me is probably already a bigger fan of yours, man. So, man, let me ask you, bro, like just everything that you've been through in your life, man, it seems that definitely your spirituality and religion has I don't know if I could say it's grown up with the years, but I've definitely seen you be more vocal about it. Could you just speak to, you know, what your spirituality, you know what I'm saying, and your connection with the creator mean?
Well, I'll be learning a lot as I grow too. Because I came out when I was 17. And now, like you said, I'm a grown man and I've been through a lot, did a lot more studying and been through a lot more. It's like I'm a grow as far as that go, you know. But I definitely am real spiritual. I put the higher power first before anything. And I'm always trying to grow, study for the, you know what I mean, better understanding of the higher power. And just know that he never gave anybody a full understanding. It's just everybody trying to have the best understanding that they possibly and documenting their story, and then other people continuing to grow off that, giving their testimony and continuing to grow and make the best conclusion of all of the information they got. But the higher power is just too complicated for even us to be able to understand 1% of them. Better yet, so these stories and these ways of life was created just for us to be able to best understand how to live our life while we here. You know what I'm saying?
Piece of that, bro. Piece of that, man. And like you said, man, I think we all are walking our own journey. We all got our own story to tell. And you know, me as a person that's always been into music, you know, like I said, I've always appreciated what I call our poets. You know what I'm saying? Which is my rappers, my favorite rappers of the time, because you know we've always been able to tell our struggles, our highs, our lows through music, you know, whether it's blues, rock and roll. And then, you know, we created rap. And, you know, I think you mentioned it earlier that people still won't give us credit for that to this day, because when you look at a lot of the label executives and the people that control the industry, they're not melanated people, but it's always been melanated people, the ones that have been the engines and the creators behind all the work.
Sure, for sure. But
Yeah,
now
man.
technology is advanced, information is more available.
For sure.
People starting to realize that, and realize that we are the energy. So we're gonna start demanding more. The people that been taken away from us and robbing us are gonna have to give back.
Yeah, for sure, man. Nah, bro, I think that's real, man. Well, man, like I said, bro, you've had a great career, and I think that's always, like I mentioned earlier, distinguish you as a person that's been able to get busy in both arenas, and the person that's been able to continuously keep that bar high for bars, man. Bro, I don't want you to ever change or slack up off of that, man, because no matter all the bullshit that you may hear played over and over and over on the radio, man, you still got a lot of true people that appreciate that and need that and looking for that, man.
For sure,
man.
And you got to pay money to get played on the radio. That stuff that they play on the radio is not the best music in the world. And that's
right.
Another that's a good thing about the advance of technology and the bag we in right now. You're not forced to listen to the radio. Like, radio ratings is more
dead.
Like, nobody even listened to the radio. Brainwashed because we came up at a time when it really was important. So we so brainwashed, still got that same power that we just think radio.
Right.
Not, you know what I'm saying? People not even really listening to radio no more, because now you got on-demand access. You can listen to what you want to listen to whenever you want to listen to it at your demand. Like, whenever you want to hit a song or stop it or rewind it or play it, you could do that now, and you're not forced to just listen to whatever they play on the radio. And even if you hear a certain form of music, they got so many playlists on all of these different platforms and that stuff that you're not forced to radio no more.
Right.
So that's the good technology. It's putting more power in the creator hands.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think it's just maybe it's only those of us of a certain age that may listen to the radio, because I know I have 4 kids, bro. 2 of them are in high school, teenage daughters, and when I talk about the radio, they look like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Like, what I'm saying? Everything that we listen to is on this phone all day, every day. Like, they not waiting for that at all, man. Man, but before we get out of here, man, I definitely want to give you the chance again to. No. Got one more question for you, bro. Earlier we were talking about like slept on albums, and also how things may not, just because people may have a certain perception of a project, that doesn't mean it wasn't big. Man, one of my favorite movies, man, that I feel is slept on was Next Day Air, man. I thought that movie was hilarious, bro. Like, it's one of them cult classics, but it wasn't a big box office hit, man. I know you had a small part in that, man, and that was pretty funny, man. What was it like working on that scene? I know it was maybe about 11 years ago, but
it was a good look. Actually, I did I'm a Hustler video in Philly. And the director that I used for was Benny Boone. He was a big director. Well, he still is a big director now, but he from the city. So I thought that'd be huge. So that's how we developed our relationship. And he shot my first video, I think, Big Business, that I was in. I think he did that video. But I just know him from doing videos and on set and stuff. And that's how we developed the relationships. He putting that movie together, called me and said he had a part for me. And I was like, yeah, let's get it. So I went out to do it, and it was a good look, man. I got a lot of compliments, I guess, because I'm remembering lyrics and freestyling and just making it good. It was easy for me to remember the script, what I was supposed to say, the mood that they were set. But I actually rewrote a lot of the script and a lot of the part that you see me. It actually was written differently, but I wanted to make it seem more realistic and funny.
Yeah.
So
I think you better get back to work. I'm a little.
a lot of like I told you, the same thing with the first rap I wrote. I got a good response. The first beat got a good response. So with movies I did, I got good responses too. So,
man, are we gonna see you in any upcoming films or projects, man? Because I know you've been in other projects other than that, but anything upcoming?
For sure, I'm about to start trying to work a lot more now, man. So hopefully you'll see me in something real soon. And I just wrote my own movie. I just wrote my first movie, so hopefully we'll start shooting top of next year.
Man, for sure, bro. Well, man, you always got a home here, bro. Whenever you want to promote or drop anything, man, we'll definitely always link it up, man. Can you let the people? Do you have names for the projects that's dropping on the 18th?
Yeah, one of the projects is called Bars Is Back, and the other project is called Energy.
Okay. Man, for sure, man. I want to make sure people go cop that, man. And can you give people? You got the website, now, man. I always see you with the merchandise. You know what I'm saying, with the brand, man. Anything you want to promote for the people, man, to go cop?
Yeah, everybody that's tuned in, go to the website CassidyTheHustler.com. All of the merchandise, snapbacks, dad hats, suit shirts, Corona masks, we got it all. So go to the webpage and support real hip hop. And if you want to get in contact with me for business, features, or anything like that, shitlitty@gmail. And the social media, Cassidy_Larceny. Tap in, because I'm always keeping people in tuned on my Instagram with what I got coming up next.
Man, for sure, bro. Well, man, I appreciate you for coming through today, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure that I get some information from you, man. I'll send you some merchandise, man, and make sure that I go support your website. I'll make sure once all this is done, I get it linked in the description for people to go check you out, man. And man, anything else, man, you wanna say to the fans, man?
Nah, I just want to say that's a dope shirt, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Beautiful interview, man. Salute. You ever want to do it again, or whenever I got something else going on, you mean, you need to tap back in, man. Get with me, and I'll be there, man.
Sure, man. Well, I appreciate you, bro, man. And you have a great evening, G.
Salute, bro.
Salute. Yeah. Hey, man, it's your brother Atum Ra, Melanated and Illuminated. Man, we just had the interview with your boy Cassidy, man. Make sure that you go check us out at Melanated and Illuminated.com. Man, shout out to the homie Knowledge Born. Make sure that y'all go check out Do the Knowledge Radio. He is always doing it, always linking up people, and always got some great talent, man. And also, shout out to Action One Media. Make sure that you check us out at VRAV.com. It's your brother Atum Ra. Peace.
I'm black and proud, I'm proud to be black. Shout out loud if you black. I'm black and proud, I'm proud to be black. Bring it back. I'm smoking on the loud right now. I'm floating on the cloud right now. I'm happy with a smile right now. Cause I'm black and I'm proud right now. It's true, don't ask me why. All you gotta do is stay black and die. And you can't win enough until you actually try. All you gotta do is stay black and die. When you looking for the truth, cats actually lie. But all you gotta do is stay black and die. I know you wanna make the racist crackers cry, but all you gotta do is stay black and die. The black man, back man, that man saying that we not could get smacked, man, backhand. White people, that's 10 black fans. Instead of hate, they are rather melanate. Damn, it's time the black man elevate. Win the revolution, then celebrate. Some envy, so they sent me to delegate. I'ma tell it straight how it is, I ain't hella fake. We can't tell it, Jakes, we don't want no beef. Every day we still getting killed by the police. So at least we choose to fight back. That's why I school dudes through music like that. I know a skinny girl, the dude, she like that. But regardless of race, I'm a dude that might flat. Fat. Shout out loud if you black. My race is great, I'm proud to be black. Fat. Shout out loud if you black. Racists don't hate, I'm proud to be black. Shout out loud to be black. I'm black and proud, I'm proud to be black. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives. When I say black lives, y'all say matter. Black lives, black lives.